So we had booked Train Italia through italiarail.com to go from Rome to Florence, but they were on strike. So we went ahead and booked the Flixbus. And so then it took us about 3 hours to ride on the road to Florence. It was beautiful sights all over. The bus was comfortable, so it wasn't so bad. It was beautiful. After spending 5 days in Rome, we headed for Florence. Yeah. I have been obsessed with this picture, with this view, since I knew about it. So that is the river right there is the Arno River. So we get into Florence, settle down, and start looking around. So this is the Arno River. This is just a walk through Florence. So we went to see the Ponte Vecchio, which is an old bridge that has been here for thousands of years, and it has seen war, it has seen so much stuff, but it's still here. It is the old bridge through which the Medicis went across the Arno River when they needed to. This is Santa Croce Church. We visited this church just to take a look at the treasures that it held, and it was so many. I have in a different video I talk more about it, but our visit was one in a lifetime, but I will be coming back to Florence. Every church was beautiful. Every basilica was rich in history, very ancient. So many people are buried actually in basilicas, or the ashes and bones are held in these basilicas, these big churches. In Florence as well as Rome, there is a lot of churches in every corner you look. They are all ornately designed. They are all beautiful with huge columns and arches. And again, this is Santa Croce. Right there is the tomb of Michelangelo. Most of the paintings you see here, they are original, and people coming from all over the world. The nurse and me had to go to this monument for Florence Nightingale, just to pay homage, just to take it in. She was born in Florence, and she wasn't buried here, but a monument for her was, is what you're looking at. Again, the inside of Santa Croce, and here is the outside. Yes, I had to pause. I had to pause here. And there is Santa Maria de Fiore and Brunelleschi's dome, the famous dome. A huge basilica. It is free to come in, but if you want to climb that dome, you need to get a ticket. It is a big, big building. And hundreds, thousands of people come in here yearly to admire this ancient building. And after that, we went on to the Academia, which holds a lot of the works of Michelangelo. You're looking at the one called Prisoners. It's a lot of unfinished work. They almost look like somebody trying to come out of something, but they are being held back. So this is a series of work that is now held in the Galleria. Original works. Michelangelo is revered everywhere in Florence, including Rome, really, but mostly Florence. A lot of his work are held here, including David, who we will see in a few minutes. But again, these are his work and the work of lots of other famous artists are held here, paintings, sculptures. This is Michelangelo Pieta, a different Pieta from the Pieta that he did that is held in the Basilica, in St. Peter's Basilica, currently under construction. But this is a different one. He did this one when he was a little bit older. And there, my friend, is David, Michelangelo's David. This is David poised to take on Goliath. Right hand, you see him holding what he's going to put on the sling to take on Goliath. This is the original copy held in the Galleria. The bust of Michelangelo. This was made by one of his students around when he was 89 years old, and he died a few years after that was made. More famous paintings in the Galleria. That was made by Francesco. And here is another very famous sculpture, the Rape of the Sabine. This particular sculpture, these whole three human beings were made out of one marble. What a talent. And it's actually telling the story of something that they believe happened way back in ancient Rome when a bunch of women were raped. So a very sad sculpture and story that is telling. But again, you have to marvel at the artwork that try to show tell this story. Again, from one marble, one huge marble, somebody chiseled 3 different human beings. What a talent again. As we walk around the Galleria, there are different rooms holding different sculptures and paintings. A lot of them. Some of these are from newer artists other than the old ones that we know about, like Michelangelo, Botticelli, and the rest of them. But this is just a feast for the eyes as you walk around and just take it all in. And after seeing it, we stroll down. We love taking leisurely stroll, walking around, enjoying Florence. This is the dream. Piazza della Signoria. Right in the middle of it, you see that equestrian statue. It is the face of Cosmo I that is on it. And on that building that is coming right up is the Palazzo Vecchio, a fortress. And then the one with the 3 arches is the Loggia del Lanzi. So right here, that is a town hall. The Vecchio is a town hall. It used to be and still is. The 3 arch building hold statues, a lot of statues for public viewing. And let me tell you more about Palazzo Vecchio. That's the building we're looking at. Very ancient, built in 1540 by Cosmo. Well, Cosmo lived in it as his palace. These 2 to 3 days to see everything in Florence. And now I'm going to the Piazza Michelangelo. This is the vantage point from which you can view the skyline of Florence. We went in at the sun as the sun set. I've always dreamed of watching the sunset in Tuscany, and I can't believe I got to do it. It is beautiful. Beautiful. Florence is actually very walkable. The distances between these awesome structures are very short distances. I think the most we walked was 30 minutes to come up to this hill to see the sunset. Everything else is within 10, 15 minutes to get to. Very walkable. No driving necessary, no Ubers, no taxi. You walked everywhere. In this piazza, there's a lot of, it was actually built in honor of Michelangelo. It was meant to showcase his work. Built actually in more recent years. From here you see that dome. Watch the sunset. Just a dream come true. It was my most enjoyed piece of this adventure. I really did enjoy coming off here at the end of the day and just watching the sun go by and watching the sun set. Piazza di Santa Maria Novella. That's the church, and the piazza is usually where people gather. And then you see the obelisk just in the middle. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and share. Until the next time I upload something else beautiful as Florence. Cannot wait to go.